Things got Yuli. The room was already thick with tension when Spice completely lost it, lunging forward with fire in her eyes as she screamed at Bambi, "You think you can play me like some weak little girl? I've been nothing but real with you, and this is how you disrespect me?" The cameras caught every second of the explosive meltdown on the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13. What started as a casual conversation at a group event quickly spiraled into pure chaos as Spice snapped, her voice cracking with raw emotion, while Bambi stood there stunned, clutching her drink like a shield. "You've been moving funny for weeks," Spice shouted, pointing an accusatory finger inches from Bambi's face. "Smiling in my face and then throwing shade behind my back? I'm done playing nice." The entire cast froze. Phones came out. Gasps echoed across the room. But nobody expected what happened next. Sierra, never one to miss an opportunity to stir the pot, leaned back with that signature smirk and casually dropped, "Well, maybe if certain people weren't sneaking around with certain exes, we wouldn't be here." The bomb landed exactly as she planned. Bambi's face twisted in disbelief, while Spice's eyes widened with betrayal. In one moment, years of friendship, secrets, and built-up resentment exploded onto the screen. Accusations flew like daggers. Old wounds were ripped open. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get worse, Bambi fired back with a revelation that left the entire room speechless. Fans watching from home are already losing their minds in the comments, flooding social media with theories about who's really at fault. Is this the end of Spice and Bambi's bond forever? Or is Sierra playing a dangerous game that could destroy everyone involved? The drama is just getting started, and it's about to get even messier. The room erupted into complete pandemonium after Spice screamed those words at Bambi, and the tension that had been building for weeks finally exploded right there on camera. During this explosive episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13, what began as a simple girls' night gathering at an upscale Atlanta lounge turned into an all-out war. As Spice stepped closer, her chest heaving with rage, while Bambi backed up with wide eyes, clearly caught off guard by the sudden outburst, "You think you can play me like that, Bambi?" Spice shouted, her voice echoing through the venue. "I have been nothing but loyal to you, and you go behind my back, spreading lies about my relationship with my man." Fans watching at home were already glued to their screens as the drama unfolded in real time with comments flooding in faster than the producers could keep up. But this was only the beginning, because Sierra sat there in the corner with that sly smile on her face, knowing exactly what she had just started by dropping that hint about secret meetings and hidden texts between Bambi and a certain ex that nobody was supposed to know about. Emotions ran high as Spice continued her tirade, tears of frustration mixing with her anger. "I trusted you, Bambi. I defended you when everyone else called you fake, and this is how you repay me by disrespecting my name in these streets via other cast members like Carly." And Tommy tried to step in, but it was too late. The damage was done, and Bambi finally snapped back, her own voice rising to match the intensity. "Oh, please, Spice, don't act like you're innocent in all this. You've been throwing shade at me since the season started, talking about how I'm not a real friend while you're the one sneaking around with people who don't belong in our circle." The accusation hung heavy in the air, causing gasps from the crew, and even the bartenders stopped pouring drinks to watch the fireworks fly. Sierra leaned forward, then stirring the pot even more. Well, looks like the truth is finally coming out. Maybe if Spice wasn't so busy trying to be the queen bee, she would see what's really happening right under her nose. This revelation hit Spice like a ton of bricks her face, shifting from anger to pure shock as she turned towards Sierra. "You knew about this, then you didn't say anything to me. What kind of friend are you?" The betrayal cut deep, and the group dynamic that once seemed solid now looked fractured beyond repair, with old secrets from previous seasons resurfacing in the most painful ways possible. As the argument escalated further, Spice grabbed her purse, ready to storm out, but not before delivering one final blow. "You think you're better than me, Bambi? But we both know your past is messier than mine. At least I own my mistakes instead of hiding them behind fake smiles and designer bags." The words stung Bambi visibly, and she fired back immediately. "My past is my business, but at least I don't go around pretending to be the strong, independent woman while crying to producers about my relationship issues." The entire lounge fell silent for a split second before chaos resumed, with everyone talking over each other, trying to defend their sides. Family members who were present, including some of the men's relatives, began taking sides on their phones, sending texts that would surely leak to social media later that night. Fans are shocked by how personal this fight became, digging up old wounds for seasons past. Where Spice and Bambi once had each other's backs through thick and thin, now it seems like jealousy and hidden resentments had poisoned their bond. Completely Sierra, meanwhile, sat back and joined a show she created, knowing that her little comment had opened up a whole new level of drama that could carry the rest of the season. The personal stakes were incredibly high for everyone involved. Spice was fighting to protect her reputation as a no-nonsense boss lady who doesn't tolerate disrespect, while Bambi was defending her image as the loyal friend who just wants peace, but has been pushed too. Sierra, on the other hand, thrives on this type of chaos, using it to stay relevant and keep the spotlight on herself as the ultimate pot stirrer in Atlanta. The reactions from friends and family poured in almost immediately, with some texting support to Spice telling her to stand her ground, while others warned Bambi that this could ruin her relationships outside the show. Unexpected twists kept coming as midway through the blow-up, one of the producers tried to calm things down only for a surprise guest to walk in someone from their shared past who nobody expected to see, making the situation 10 times more volatile. "What are you doing here?" Spice demanded as the newcomer entered the scene, adding another layer of betrayal and confusion to an already explosive night. The emotions were raw and unfiltered, with tears flowing freely and voices cracking under the pressure of years of pent-up issues finally seeing the light of day. This fight wasn't just about one disrespect. It represented deeper conflicts within the group about loyalty, trust, and who really has who backs. When the camera stopped rolling, the family was left divided, with some siding with Spice, feeling she had every right to call out the shady behavior, while others felt Bambi was justified in pushing back against what they saw as Spice being too controlling. The drama spread like wildfire across social media, with hashtags trending worldwide as viewers debated who was right and who was playing victim in this messy Love and Hip Hop Atlanta saga. The night was far from over, though, because as security finally stepped in to separate the women, more revelations were whispered in corners, promising even bigger explosions in the coming episodes. The personal pain was evident on every face, with Spice looking genuinely hurt beneath her tough exterior, and Bambi fighting back tears while trying to maintain her composure. Sierra continued smiling, knowing she had successfully turned up the heat once again on this already dramatic season. Viewers could feel the intensity through their screens as the episode captured not just arguments, but real human emotions of betrayal, heartbreak, and the struggle to maintain friendships in the spotlight of reality television, where every word and gesture is magnified 1,000 times. The stakes grew higher when Spice revealed during the heated exchange that she had been holding on to text messages proving Bambi's disloyalty, something that sent shockwaves through the entire group. "You've been talking to my ex behind my back while smiling in my face." Spice accused, waving her phone dramatically. "This isn't just disrespect, this is straight up betrayal." The room exploded again, with more accusations flying left and right as old alliances were tested and new enemies emerged from the shadows of past seasons. The drama had reached a boiling point, and part one of this ugly confrontation left everyone wondering what would happen next in this roller coaster ride of emotions and revelations that defines Love and Hip Hop Atlanta like never before. The drama had reached a boiling point, and part one of this ugly confrontation left everyone wondering what would happen next in this roller coaster ride of emotions and revelations that defines Love and Hip Hop Atlanta like never before. As the newcomer walked deeper into the lounge, all eyes turned towards him. It was none other than Bambi's rumored ex-flame, whose name had been whispered in the group for months, causing Spice to point directly at him and scream, "What the hell is he doing here? Did you invite him, Bambi, to rub it in my face?" The surprise arrival sent the entire room into another frenzy. With cameras zooming in on every shocked expression, Bambi tried to defend herself. "No, Spice. This is not what it looks like," but her words fell flat as Sierra jumped in again with her signature pot. Stirring energy, well, it looks exactly like what we all suspected. "Bambi, you never really cut ties, did you?" The accusations flew faster now, with Spice pacing back and forth, her voice filled with pure fury. "I knew you were still playing games behind my back after everything we shared. You were supposed to be my sister in this crazy world, but you're just another fake friend chasing clout and attention. Fans at home were losing their minds, typing furiously in live chats about how this twist nobody saw coming had completely changed the game. Emotions ran even higher as Bambi finally broke down in tears, pushing back against the growing crowd around her. "You always do this, Spice. You twist everything to make yourself the victim when really you're the one who can't let go of the past. I'm tired of walking on eggshells around you and your big ego." The words hit Spice hard, causing her to stop in her tracks for a moment before firing back even stronger. My ego, at least, I have standards. Unlike you jumping from man to man while pretending to be this perfect mom and businesswoman, the personal attacks cut deep into their friendship, exposing years of jealousy and competition that had been simmering under the surface. The other cast members like Carly tried to pull them apart, but the fire was too strong now, with Tommy shaking her head, saying, "Y'all need to calm down before this destroys the whole cast." But nobody was listening, as old family drama from previous seasons came rushing back, including stories about how Spice had once helped Bambi through a tough breakup, only for Bambi to allegedly repay her with. Shady behavior behind closed doors, Sierra sat there sipping her drink, loving every second as she added more fuel by saying, "I heard there are screenshots too." Girls don't play innocent now. The mention of proof made Bambi's face go pale while Spice pulled out her phone, waving it around dramatically. "These messages don't lie, Bambi. You told him things about me that were private? How could you betray me like this?" The stakes felt incredibly personal for Spice, who was fighting not just for respect, but to protect her hard-earned image as the strongest woman in the group, while Bambi battled to save her reputation as a loyal friend and mother trying to rise above the drama. The family members present began picking sides openly, with some texting Spice words of encouragement like, "You go girl." Don't let her play you, while others comforted Bambi, saying, "Don't let Spice bully you into silence." This division ripped through the group like never before, leaving longtime allies questioning everything they thought they knew about each other. Unexpected twists kept piling up. When the ex himself stepped forward trying to speak, "I didn't come here to cause problems," but before he could finish, Spice turned on him too. Oh, now. You want to talk after sneaking around with her, the room filled with even more gasps, as he revealed something shocking. "Actually, Spice, Bambi warned me about you months ago, saying you were unstable and couldn't be trusted." That bombshell dropped like a grenade, causing complete silence followed by absolute chaos. Bambi screamed, "That's not true. You're lying to save yourself." But the damage was done, and Spice looked genuinely heartbroken for the first time all night, her tough exterior cracking as tears welled up in her eyes. "I defended you. Bambi, when the world called you messy, I had your back through everything." And this is the thanks I get. The raw pain in her voice touched even the producers, who stood watching helplessly as the argument reached new levels of intensity. Reactions poured in from across Atlanta, with friends calling cast members during commercial breaks to get the inside scoop, while social media exploded with fans declaring Team Spice and Team Bambi in heated debates online. Some viewers felt Spice was right to call out the disrespect, while others believed Bambi was being unfairly targeted by Sierra, who clearly had her own agenda to stay relevant this season. The night grew messier as security had to step in multiple times to prevent things from turning physical, with Spice lunging forward once more, saying, "Don't you dare walk away from this conversation, Bambi. We are finishing this right now." The emotional conflicts ran so deep, touching on issues of trust, loyalty, and the pressure of being in the spotlight, where every mistake gets broadcast to millions. The group dynamic shattered further when another cast member revealed they had heard similar stories from both sides, leaving everyone confused about who to believe. Sierra continued her sly comments, knowing she had successfully turned friends into enemies. With one well-placed hint earlier in the night, the personal stakes were sky high, because for Spice, this wasn't just television drama, it was about protecting her peace and her man from outside interference, while Bambi fought to prove she wasn't the villain everyone was painting her to be. As the confrontation continued into the early hours, more revelations emerged, including claims that Sierra herself had been feeding information to both sides, playing a dangerous double game that could backfire spectacularly. The family was left completely divided, with some walking out in disgust while others stayed to witness the final blows. "You have changed, Bambi's Spice," said her voice breaking slightly. "Or maybe you were always like this, and I was too blind to see it." Bambi shot back through tears, "Maybe I was blind too, thinking you were a real one, but you're just as toxic as the rest of them." The words lingered heavy in the air as the episode captured not only the screaming matches, but the quiet moments of hurt where both women realized their friendship might never recover from this public takedown. Viewers could sense the real human cost behind the glamour of love and hip-hop Atlanta, where fame brings fortune but also destroys bonds in the most painful ways imaginable. The drama showed no signs of slowing down, with more secrets threatening to spill out. As the night wore on and Sierra watched with satisfaction, knowing she had ignited a fire that would burn through the entire season, keeping fans hooked and coming back for more explosive episodes ahead. The drama showed no signs of slowing down, with more secrets threatening to spill out. As the night wore on and Sierra watched with satisfaction, knowing she had ignited a fire that would burn through the entire season, keeping fans hooked and coming back for more. Explosive episodes ahead, but just when everyone thought the worst was over, another bombshell dropped as Carly, who had been quietly observing, suddenly stood up and revealed she had receipts too. "I saw the messages Bambi sent to SpiceX last month," she said, your voice. Rising above the chaos you told him Spice was controlling and jealous, this isn't just about one night, this goes way deeper than we thought. The revelation hit both Spice and Bambi like a slap, causing them to turn on Carly now too. "Are you serious?" Carly Spice yelled, her eyes blazing with fresh betrayal. "You've been sitting here the whole time, holding on to that, and you say nothing until now. What kind of snake are you?" The lounge turned into absolute mayhem, with everyone accusing everyone else of playing games and hiding truths. Sierra laughed out loud, unable to contain her glee. "Oh, this is getting good, I told y'all. The pot was boiling, but nobody wanted to listen. Now look at all of us exposed." The personal stakes skyrocketed as Bambi broke down completely sobbing while defending her actions. "I was hurt. Spice, you kept criticizing my choices as a mother and a woman. I needed someone to talk to, and yes, it was him, but I never meant to hurt you like this." The confession hung in the air, mixing pain with anger as Spice responded through gritted teeth. "You needed someone, so. You chose the one person who could destroy me. That's not a mistake. That's intentional." The family members who stayed behind started arguing among themselves, with some defending Bambi's right to vent, while others sided with Spice, saying loyalty means everything in this circle. Emotions ran incredibly high as old family drama resurfaced involving past relationships and business deals gone wrong from previous seasons, where Spice had once bailed Bambi out financially, only for rumors to suggest Bambi never fully repaid the favor you always. "Throw that in my face," Bambi shouted, wiping her tears. "But you never mentioned how I covered for you when your man was stepping out." The counterattack left Spice momentarily speechless, before she fired back, "At least I don't pretend to be holy while living in sin, we all know." Your secrets, Bambi, the ones you begged producers to edit out the group, was left divided like never before, with Tommy pulling out her phone to record everything for her own story later, saying this is too juicy to miss. Fans across the world were shocked by the raw intensity, flooding comment sections with theories about who would come out on top and whose career might suffer the most from this ugly showdown. Unexpected twists continued when the ex tried to leave, only to be blocked by security at the request of producers who, since this could be ratings gold, don't let him walk away. Sierra called out loud, "Let's hear his side." Since he's the one in the middle of this mess, he turned around slowly and dropped another bomb. "I never wanted any of this, but Bambi kept reaching out, saying Spice was unstable and she needed protection from her own friend." The words caused complete silence, followed by explosive reactions from both women. "You liar," Bambi screamed, lunging forward, only to be held back by castmates while Spice stood frozen, processing the ultimate betrayal. From someone she once called sister, this confrontation wasn't just words anymore. It became about years of built-up resentment, competition, and the pressure of reality television, where friendships are tested daily under bright lights and constant scrutiny. Reactions from friends and extended family poured in rapidly, with text messages blowing up phones and secret group chats leaking details online. Some supporters told Spice to cut ties completely, saying real friends don't do this, while others advised Bambi to walk away. From the toxic environment, Sierra continued, stirring with perfect timing, "Maybe we should all take a vote on who the real victim is." Here, her comment reignited the fire, causing more shouting matches and finger-pointing across the room. The emotional conflicts ran so deep, touching on motherhood, careers, and personal insecurities that had been hidden for seasons. "You think you're untouchable, Spice, but we all see how you manipulate situations to stay on top." Bambi accused, her voice hoarse from crying, while Spice shot back, "And you think playing the victim card makes you innocent when your actions show exactly who you are." The night stretched on, with more revelations, including claims that Sierra had been secretly meeting with both women separately, feeding each side information to keep the drama alive. For her own benefit, you played us all, Spice realized, turning her anger towards Sierra. "Now I see your game clearly. You never wanted peace. You wanted the spotlight, even if it meant destroying us." The accusation made Sierra defensive for the first time, saying, "Don't come for me when your own house is falling apart." The group dynamic fractured even further as alliances shifted in real time, with some cast members siding with Sierra for the entertainment value, while others tried desperately to mediate before things turned irreversible. The personal pain was visible on every face as Spice fought back, tears saying, "This hurts more than any breakup, because I truly loved you like family, Bambi," only to hear Bambi reply through sobs, "Maybe our family was never real." It was just cameras and clout chasing. The words cut deep, leaving the entire room emotionally drained, yet hungry for more. The drama captured the true essence of love and hip-hop Atlanta, where success comes with a price and every friendship hangs by a thread. The stakes grew higher when producers hinted at bringing in more surprise guests for the reunion special, promising even bigger explosions. Based on what happened tonight, viewers could feel the tension through their screens, knowing this single night had changed the cast forever, with trust-shattered reputations on the line and Sierra sitting pretty as the ultimate mastermind behind the chaos. The fight showed no signs of resolution, as security finally escorted people out, but whispers in the parking lot suggested this was only the beginning of a season-long war that would keep audiences coming back episode after episode, wondering who would survive the ultimate betrayal and who would fall victim to their own secrets in this wild world of Atlanta drama. The fight showed no signs of resolution, as security finally escorted people out, but whispers in the parking lot suggested this was only the beginning of a season-long war that would keep audiences coming back episode after episode, wondering who would survive the ultimate betrayal and who would fall victim to their own secrets in this wild world of Atlanta drama. Outside, under the flashing lights of cameras and phones recording every moment, Spice stormed towards her car with tears streaming down her face, while Bambi followed, close behind, still shouting, "You can't just walk away after dropping all those bombs on me. Spice, we need to settle this, like women, not run like cowards." The parking lot turned into another battlefield as Sierra trailed behind with her crew filming everything on her phone. For her own social media story saying, "Y'all thought it was over inside, but the real tea is spilling out here in the streets." Fans watching the leaked clips online were going absolutely crazy, with comments exploding about how this season 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had surpassed all previous drama in intensity and raw emotion. Spice spun around, pointing directly at Bambi. "You still don't get it, do you? I poured my heart into this friendship, defended you when nobody else would, and you stabbed me in the back with my own ex." The pain in her voice was unmistakable as she continued, "I gave you chances over and over, but you chose chaos over loyalty. And now the whole world sees who you really are." Bambi wiped her face, pushing forward through the crowd of onlookers. "Maybe I did talk to him, but it was because you made me feel small, Spice, always judging my moves as a mother. And my choices in love, you pushed me away first." The argument reignited with full force under the night sky, as car doors slammed and horns honked in the background. Emotions ran wild as family members who had followed them out began taking sides openly with one of Spice's relatives, yelling at Bambi, "You need to apologize right now for disrespecting her." Like that, while Bambi's own people fired back saying Spice is the bully here. Always acting superior, as the division cut through the group like a knife, leaving longtime friends questioning every interaction from past seasons. Sierra stood in the middle, loving the spotlight as she added more fuel. "Don't forget I warned both of y'all about keeping secrets, but nobody listened. Now look at this mess." She stirred with a smirk that made Spice turn her anger towards her too. "You think you're innocent, Sierra. You started this whole thing with your shady comment inside the lounge. What were you really after, clout, or just destroying us for fun?" The accusation made Sierra defensive, but she quickly recovered, saying, "At least I'm honest about loving drama, unlike you two pretending to be sisters while hiding knives behind your backs." The personal stakes felt heavier than ever for Spice, who was not only fighting for her reputation, but also protecting her relationship at home, knowing that this public blow-up could affect her man and a future together. Bambi, on the other hand, was battling to save her image as a strong, independent woman and mother who refuses to be walked over in this cutthroat entertainment world. Unexpected twists kept coming when suddenly Bambi's phone rang, and it was the ex calling live on speaker for everyone to hear. "I didn't want it to go this far, but Spice, you need to know, Bambi told me you were planning to expose my secrets." First, the call sent shockwaves through the parking lot, causing Spice to snatch the phone and scream lies. All lies, but the seed of doubt was planted deeper than before, making Bambi look even more guilty in the eyes of those watching you. "Set me up," Bambi, Spice accused, her voice cracking with betrayal. "This whole time you were playing the victim while plotting against me." The revelation caused more chaos, with cast members like Carly and Tommy rushing over trying to de-escalate, but failing miserably as old wounds from previous seasons reopened, including business betrayals and stolen opportunities that had been buried for years. "You stole my spotlight multiple times," Bambi, Spice continued, "and I let it slide, but this, with my ex, crosses every line." The group was left completely fractured, with some walking away in disgust while others stayed to capture the raw footage that would surely go viral. By morning, reactions from fans fans and celebrities poured in instantly with hashtags like Team Spice and Team Bambi trending worldwide as people debated who was the real snake in this love and hip-hop. Atlanta Saga Sierra continued her pot stirring by posting a cryptic story saying sometimes the truth hurts, but it sets you free, knowing it would add even more fuel to the already raging fire. The emotional conflicts reached new depths as Spice broke down against her car, saying, "I feel so stupid for trusting you, Bambi, after everything we went through together. The laughter, the tears, the support, it was all fake to you. Wasn't it?" Bambi responded with her own. "Tears flowing, I never meant for it to hurt this bad, but you changed Spice, the fame got to your head and I couldn't keep up with your rules anymore." The heartfelt confessions mixed with anger created a roller coaster of feelings that had everyone present emotionally. Exhausted yet unable to look away, the night air filled with accusations and counter-accusations as more secrets spilled, including claims that Sierra had been leaking stories to blogs for months to boost her own relevance. "You played both sides," Sierra Bambi accused, "turning the heat on her, now pretending to be our friend while collecting dirt on us for your benefit." Sierra laughed it off, but her eyes showed a flash of worry, saying, "Prove it." Then the drama showed the true underbelly of reality television, where alliances shift faster than the wind, and every friendship comes with an expiration date stamped by ratings and clout. The personal pain was palpable as both Spice and Bambi realized this confrontation might have destroyed not just their bond, but their standing in the larger Atlanta circle, with family members urging them to stop before irreversible damage was done. Yet the fire burned too hot to contain. The whispers in the parking lot grew louder, promising more explosive moments in upcoming episodes as producers watched from afar, already planning the reunion special that would bring all this chaos to a head. Viewers could sense through their screens that this wasn't just another fight. It was a season-defining war filled with betrayal, heartbreak, and the relentless pursuit of respect in a world where one wrong move can end everything you built. The drama continues late into the night, with no clear winner in sight, only broken trust, and a group left wondering if they could ever recover from the ugliness that unfolded when Spice snapped and Sierra stirred the pot one final time before driving off into the darkness, leaving everyone questioning what fresh hell awaited them in the next chapter of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 13. The drama continued late into the night, with no clear winner in sight, only broken trust, and a group left wondering if they could ever recover from the ugliness that unfolded when Spice snapped and Sierra stirred the pot one final time before driving off into the darkness, leaving everyone questioning what fresh hell awaited them in the next chapter of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13. As the cars pulled away from the chaotic parking lot, Spice sat in her vehicle replaying every painful word in her mind while Bambi broke down in her own ride, surrounded by friends trying to console her, but the damage ran too deep, with Sierra already posting subtle hints on social media that kept the fire raging across the internet. This confrontation had exposed not just surface-level disrespect, but years of hidden jealousies, business rivalries, and personal insecurities that define the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like never before, fans are shocked by how quickly a simple night turned into a full-blown season-altering war, with emotions running higher than ever as Spice later called her man in tears, explaining the betrayal, while Bambi faced tough conversations with her family about the public humiliation. The personal stakes reached their peak when producers announced an emergency sit-down for the next episode, promising even more revelations that could destroy careers and relationships forever. The family remained divided, with some blocking numbers and others trying to mediate through late-night texts, but the trust was shattered beyond repair. Sierra continued playing both sides, expertly meeting with each woman separately to gather more dirt, while smiling for the cameras of the ultimate survivor. Unexpected twists emerged days later when leaked audio surfaced of Bambi admitting in private that she had indeed crossed lines with SpiceX out of pure spite after feeling overshadowed. For seasons, this new evidence sent Spice into another rage during a solo confessional, saying, "I knew it deep down, but hearing it confirmed breaks me all over again." Bambi fought back hard in her own interview, claiming Spice had been emotionally abusive and controlling, pushing her to seek comfort elsewhere. The back and forth kept viewers glued to their screens, with live reactions pouring in from across the globe, debating who was the bigger villain in this messy Love and Hip Hop Atlanta saga. The group dynamic had completely collapsed, with former allies choosing sides openly, and old friendships from previous seasons crumbling under the weight of this one explosive night. Reactions from the broader entertainment world added fuel as celebrities weighed in on social media, some praising Spice for standing up for herself while others defended Bambi as the underdog. Tired of being judged, the emotional conflicts touched on deeper themes of sisterhood in the spotlight, where success breathed envy and every smile could hide a knife the night that started it all had. Ripple effects that would last the entire season, with producers capitalizing on the drama for maximum ratings as more guests from the past were flown in to add their perspectives on the feud. The personal cage lingered heavily for both women, with Stice questioning her ability to trust anyone again, and Bambi struggling with the mother guilt of having her flaws broadcast worldwide. Sierra sat back with satisfaction, knowing her pot stirring had secured her spot as the most talked about cast member once more. The drama captured the raw heart of reality television, where real lives become entertainment, and friendships are sacrificed for fame. The stakes could not be higher as the cast prepared for the reunion special that everyone knew would be explosive beyond imagination, with accusations flying, betrayals exposed, and potential physical confrontations teased in previews. Fans worldwide remain hooked, wondering if Spice and Bambi could ever reconcile, or if Sierra would continue ruling the chaos from the shadows. This season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had delivered its most intense moments yet, leaving the entire Atlanta circle forever changed by one snap, one pot stir, and a night of pure unfiltered ugliness that no one would forget anytime soon. As the dust settles on this explosive chapter of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 13, the drama leaves us all breathless, with unanswered questions hanging heavy in the air. Will Spice and Bambi ever rebuild their sisterhood? Or has the betrayal cut too deep to heal? Can Sierra keep stirring the pot without eventually getting burned herself? And what shocking secrets will explode at the upcoming reunion that could change everything for the cast? What do you think happened behind the scenes that we didn't see on camera? Was Bambi really the victim, or did Spice have every right to snap like that? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Team Spice or Team Bambi, let us know which side you're on and why this kind of raw reality television keeps us coming back for more. So hit that like button if you're shocked by how ugly things got, subscribe to stay updated on every twist and turn in this season, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next bombshell, because the drama is far from over and Atlanta is just getting started. Make sure to share this video with your friends who love the mess, and comment your wildest predictions for what happens next. Your voice matters in this wild world of love and hip hop, so speak up. And let's keep the conversation going.